I'm actually not sure if that works.
What
What do you
do I
need to
need to
stabilize?
I don't know.
Your house is actually, let's see here.
Give me a second. Let's see, damage. Dying, okay, dying 189 to 190. I did not expect this, guys, I'm sorry. Okay.
You can only blame me for one. There was like 5 that came out after that. We're even in the pool, you
Okay,
guys.
how beat up were you? What was your hit points, Liz?
She's at minus
-3.
3 right now. Yeah.
You rolled, you are stable.
Yay!
You are no
All right.
longer losing hit points, but you are still unconscious. Okay. Are you okay, cold guy? Are you crying?
Well, he's kind of dead. He can't really say much of anything.
I'm sorry, man.
Uh,
Okay, so Tekla is no longer dying,
Okay.
unless she gets chewed on.
Right.
Rur, I'm sorry, you are dead. Carmelo.
Let's see here. Carmelo. Well, let's see here. Let's see what it sees. It sees that one there. So it's going to move around, and with flanking attack, creature 3 here. With the butt attack.
your horse is flanking.
It's combat trained.
You hit.
Does 8 of all 3 damage types.
Okay. I turned my music off.
Someone hearing a mic popping?
Yeah, I'm hearing that. I thought it was me, but I'm not sure.
I'm muted, so.
It might be me, I'm not sure.
I don't, again, it could be me. I don't know, but it's just hard to tell. All right. At this point, what I'll do is essentially drop the. It's going to be. It will be drop the bow, draw out the dagger, and slash at the creature in front of me.
Okay.
So this will be a flat D20 attack with a. I don't know what flanking will do for bonuses, but at 16 for the hit.
You hit.
Okay, and my damage for that weapon will be just flat out D4. 3 slashing damage.
The creature 3 here, this one?
Yeah, the one, yep.
That is enough to slay it.
Sorry, it's like, and then I sort of duck out of the way, just like, it's like,
Okay.
good
He's
horse.
got extreme rules to extract me from this death.
And then
Magnus.
actually, at this point, it
Oh,
should
sorry.
be Melusu's turn because her initiative was 10.
That's right. Okay. So,
So Melusu is already here, so she is going to, she's just going to attack this Groyer with her greatsword. 22 versus AC.
that's a hit.
13 slashing damage.
She just cleaves it in twain.
And that's her attack. Then she moves to here,
Okay.
towards where Magnus is. Like I said,
Mars girl saving the day and she ain't even here.
Magnus.
Okay. I'll just keep attacking this one I've been slashing at.
Horse is the MVP.
she does have smite, but she doesn't really need it because, in fact, she's going to wait.
22.
You hit.
6
slashing.
slashing.
That is enough to decapitate the beast, and it drops to the ground. Now, one finally and truly dead.
Mhm.
Yay!
Irwin, roll to stabilize yourself.
Alright. Fortitude again?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You do not, so lose another hit point.
Oh, well, goody.
And the creatures. The creature continues to attack Magnus because they're stupid like that.
Mhm.
8, which is
Yes.
no good.
I'm getting lucky.
This creature continues to eat Grandbeard.
That's. It looks like he's about to get a horse in.
I'm sorry,
face.
old guy.
Am I going to become a zombie dwarf at the end of this?
I don't think so.
Tekla,
I think Carmelo. Don't worry. Carmelo will trample you before you become a zombie.
Carmelo.
I appreciate that.
Let me just. I have it. I have a notion here. I try to remember what combat maneuvers Carmelo could do in terms of just rushing. Yeah, basically, he's going to charge in and trample that thing with both of its hooves. So this would be 2 attacks actually, but with a is it a +1 or +2 to the attack roll when you do a charge?
Actually, what you need to do is I believe you have to handle animal to direct it to do that.
Sure.
So just go, do a handle animal.
10.
I believe that's good enough because
Sure.
it knows the attack go kill.
Yeah.
So yes, go ahead.
So then I'll do the. Is there a bonus to the attack when charging?
2 + 2.
Okay, so first attack is 14, second attack is 20.
Both hit.
Okay. And I believe, let me see what the damage bonus is, +2 for each, so 2d6 +4. 10, this is bludgeoning damage, pretty much, but
Okay.
it is just trampling at it.
It is still alive, so to speak.
Right, because it's not the damage that is particularly strong against.
Gustav.
Okay, in this case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I'll move to here.
Yep.
And then attack creature 2, just with flanking bonus. So it'd be, and I miss. So roll again for the attack.
Yes.
16, so I don't completely botch.
Right.
And that's it.
Okay.
Melusu.
Yeah.
She is going to greatsword. 18.
That's a hit. Yeah.
14 damage.
You needed her today.
Well, we needed a fighter class.
Well, it's mainly we needed someone who specialized in slashing damage.
All of my spells are
If
mine.
they were closer, I could have helped.
Magnus. Actually, Melusu can still move, so she is going to go to Irwin there.
Yeah, to 8.
Is lay on hands a minor action?
She doesn't have lay on hands yet.
She doesn't. Okay.
She doesn't get that till level 2.
I see. Well, she'll still go over there. Okay, so Magnus. There's only one that you can see, and Carmelo is stomping on it.
You could try to use acid spray on it if you can get in position for it. Let's see what your movement range is. It's yes, yeah, he can move that far.
Can I still hit it with acid spray?
It's a cone, so you would catch Carmelo in the blast. No, actually, no. It is close. You can just do it as it's just a orb that you can just hit it. It's a ranged touch attack, but you'll have a -4 penalty to the attack roll, I believe, because you're going into melee. But it would be basically a D20 flat, and it's just attacking touch AC.
So wouldn't it be a D20 -4?
D20 total, because you have a +4 normally to ranged touch attacks.
Isn't that only with a rapier, though?
No, ranged touch attacks in general you have a +4 with.
Okay.
Because all range attacks you have a +4 to it. In fact, you'd be really great with a crossbow or a bow. So this would be a ranged touch attack versus its touch AC. So it's 17 versus touch AC.
You hit.
And when you do that, then it does 1d3 points of acid damage. So just a d3 of acid damage.
Yay!
Oh. Okay. Irwin, roll to stabilize.
Alrighty.
What are you at? -8 or something like
I'm at -4.
that? You stabilize.
Okay.
Okay, then the creature...
Yay!
The creature turns to see Magnus, who threw acid in its face. I don't like that.
Oh.
And 17, I believe, misses. Because I believe your AC was 18. You said it just hit.
18
yeah,
just hit,
it's 18, so.
Okay. And then that's all I got.
All right.
Tekla's down. Horsey.
It's gonna bite. Oh, it doesn't.
Good.
Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Just enough to roll around, and D20 plus 3. Miss.
No good.
Malusu is probably just
We'll do
tending.
Malusu will do her healing check.
I got her.
She's
heal
effectively
check.
out.
Yeah. I'll take care of the heal check while you move on. Lasha has a
I'm just gonna
Sorry,
try and move away because
Well, you can move that fast because you'll get an attack
can
opportunity.
double
You can
move.
take a 5-foot step.
If he does nothing
Yeah,
else, he
that's
can
right.
double move.
Yeah, you can take a 5-foot step, then move again.
5-foot step and then move again.
Yep.
Just because I'm low on health.
Okay. As am I. I'm 1 hit point away from being down.
Okay, the creature's going to attack Gustav now.
Okay.
22.
It hits.
Attack the horse.
10.
That's what's killing him.
Oh!
What the
Okay.
hell?
Are you down?
I'm down to -9 hit points.
Oh, God.
Huzzah.
Does anyone have Phoenix down?
Horse, go for the horse.
Come on, Carmelo.
Quick, pass me a pick me up.
20,
Hit.
7
This horse, like,
damage.
this horse is balla, yo.
The
The horse
the
wins,
last of the
sees everyone
creatures-
dead, and walks
The
away.
last of the creatures is trampled to the dust.
Oh my god.
There is now only 2 of you left standing.
Oh, crap.
Okay.
Whoa.
I'm still considering this to be in combat, so what did Malusu do for healing?
She rolled a 9.
Okay, she didn't succeed. Magnus, what are you doing?
Do I have any in heal? I don't.
Did
Can I still
not-
try to heal anyways?
You can attempt to.
You can attempt an untrained healing check, yes.
I'm gonna move down here and try and do a heal check on Gustav. Let's see, it's gonna be... $14.
I don't know. Give me a second. I need to look at the skill.
I think it's 15, actually, to do first aid.
Yeah, me too.
Healing. First aid is 15. Okay. So, Gustav,
On the plus side, if it can get me back up, I
roll to
plus
stabilize. I
16.
believe you need... what are you at, -9?
I'm at -9.
You need a 19.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I don't.
Oh, jeez.
Okay,
I mean-
you lose a hit point. Are you dead?
That would make me dead if you...
Oh my god.
Wow.
You're dead.
The wrong character.
Whoops.
I'm not dead! Fuck you!
All
I
right,
feel very sad all of a sudden.
Magnus. But you try to staunch the bleeding from Gustav's neck wound, but there's just so much blood you can't stop it. And he, with a last dying rattle, he shudders, and then his head falls back, and his eyes close.
Magnus's conscience says to him, "You should have stayed and helped him."
I know.
Blood
I'm sorry, man.
trickles from his mouth.
So, I guess I'll hop on Carmelo and ride off. No,
Well, won't allow you to do that.
well, we've got 2 people that are still alive.
Erwin,
So.
roll to stabilize.
Oh,
If you
God.
can get me on my feet, I can help people.
But no one here has the ability to restore hit points.
Well, god damn it.
Roll
The only person that has the ability to restore hit points is unconscious and dying.
Roll for Malusu's healing again.
19.
You're stable.
So Erwin is stable.
All right.
Malusu
Didn't
piles,
Oleg give
Malusu piles Erwin and Tekla on the back of Carmelo, and you promptly retreat from the areas as quickly as possible.
I demand a redo.
Well, that was
Painful.
ugly.
Fucking hell. The
That
one-
was the best first game I have ever played.
It was like a boss battle, but we didn't have our whole party there.
Those were. All right. I feel terrible about that because that was not supposed to be a hard fight.
I think. Well, again, I think the problem is just that their only weakness was slashing damage. No one in the
And they
party
weren't
could do
affected by
slashing
mind
damage.
spells.
Yeah.
I had Color Spray and Cause Fear, which would have been great against other if they were living, but they weren't.
Yeah.
And I probably shouldn't have thrown that bomb underhand.
Okay, we're gonna take a break for now, guys, as we decide what we're gonna do.
Yeah, no shit. Sorry, Sketch. I really am, man.
Sorry, folks.
When I moved away, I didn't know you were at 1 HP.
I said earlier on that I was at 1 hit point. I said I was still standing at 1 hit point. So
I apologize for that, and this is a classic example of the dice really not going your way because that entire fight, every time I hit, I either rolled a 5 or a 6.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
I can't really get pissed because it's like, fuck, that's how it went.
Every single time.
well, the bad news is the character I've been waiting on for November, December, about 5 months is dead.
I'm sorry, Skitch.
Good news is I can. The good news is no. But see, the good news is I can make a bard to just piss you off now.
Garrett shows up.
Oh, you wish because it's gonna happen.
So
Yeah,
is
I do.
there,
Hang on.
so is there no way to like
Fear the Newt says Liz, undead bloodline can affect humanoid undead. I'm curious about that now.
Let me look.
I'll double check real quick on that.
Because that's on you, Liz.
Well, no, I mean again, it's just one of those sort of. Some undead are susceptible to your mind-affecting spells. Corporal undead that were once humanoid are treated as humanoids for the purposes of determining what spells affect them. So Color Sprayed would have worked against that.
Oh, god damn it!
Yeah. Oops.
What?
Liz was afraid that her spells wouldn't affect the undead, but because of her undead bloodline, they actually would have.
It would have been affected for things like Cause Fear and Color Spray.
What? Wait, what was that?
Oh no.
Liz, fail.
Well, again, now granted, this was one of those just particularly specific rule wordings
Tell me
of.
which page does it say that?
It's underneath. It's part of the Bloodline Arcana feature of Undead Bloodline. It's just on Bloodline Arcana verbatim. Some undead are susceptible to your mind-affecting spells. Corporal undead that were once humanoids are treated as humanoids for the purposes of determining which spells affect them.
She's working with them.
So,
I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry.
honestly, but honestly, Cause Fear. I don't know if that would have stopped them off because again, their damage output was really high, and the bigger problem was just that we don't have slashing damage people. I mean, I used a dagger, used a scimitar. Well, Lucy was.
I did, but they weren't close enough for that.
Well, again, they rushed you two at a time and killed you one go.
No, chat room, we're not going to do a redo. Let's have this stand as a lesson to be learned. Know what your character does.
Yeah. Again, I'm fine with making a new character because I wanted to try a bard, and it's going to happen. In fact, we're going to do some cross-metagaming thing here.
How is it my fault?
Technically, it's not his fault, guys.
No, I'm not blaming no one for this. It's like we just had 2 encounters, both of which they were aggressive only because the dice rolled really bad against us from damage standpoint. It happens.
Liz, it's not your fault, okay? Everyone did something wrong that fight.
Yeah, especially me going at...
And Liz, let me put it this way. Let's say best case scenario, you'd have busted out Color Spray. You'd have gotten one.
2 of them.
That's true.
Maybe two.
Because you would still have to capture your allies in it as well, because it doesn't differentiate between enemies and creatures, allies. So,
I mean,
was really-
it wouldn't have saved Grandbeard unless you charged right up to him. It wouldn't have saved Gustav because you'd have used the spell by then. It really would have just saved Erwin from being knocked unconscious, so maybe he'd have thrown another bomb, maybe not. But I don't think you can't put that all on you.
yeah,
All right.
Like for me, I got other characters I want to try out in the system. I mean, hey, you know what? At least no one doesn't worry about me making a revolver, being that sort of guy. Being
So-
that.
Everyone did something stupid, and there's no need to assign blame.
Actually, there's one person who did not do anything stupid, and that's Carmelo.
Carmelo was
Yeah.
MVP.
Carmelo is going to be the hero of the campaign.
That's a war horse right there.
Wait, what's stopping us from redoing this?
Well, it's,
Well,
It's D&D.
It's kind of
Yeah?
like
yeah,
part of the
That's,
story,
no, that's
man.
how it goes. I mean, I'm not gonna redo the whole fight because one person forgot one rule one time. I
Yeah.
mean, if I do that, the game would never go anywhere because every time we did a fight, somebody would like, I did this rule wrong. We need to redo the fight.
Exactly. It's like a story. Shit's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Shit happened a little bit too soon for us, but hey, shit happened. That's the story. That's how it goes.
happens.
So,
So wait, does this mean I just my character is no longer?
No. Your character's
No.
unconscious. You're going to recover. It's just going to take a little bit of time for you to recover.
All
The only
right.
2 characters that are out of commission permanently are
Yeah,
Grandbeard.
you're just knocked unconscious, and
Our Grandbeard.
Greybeard and
Yeah.
And
Gustav's dead.
Well, that sucks because I liked Grandbeard.
I did too.
Yes. No.
Well, he's probably gonna roll up a new character like the guy's cousin Ralph or something.
My name's Ralph.
That defeats the backstory of the character, though.
Again, trust me, I had an extensive backstory, but that's okay, because I still have Carmelo. Gustavo will live vicariously through his horse.
Yes.
Okay.
Don't take it the wrong way, and this is probably the wrong question to ask, but do we get XP from this or no?
Yes, you do.
And you get a ton of it since we all died.
No, it's still split among the party. That was, yeah. You guys will split 800 among the 5 of you,
160.
so y'all get 160.
Oh, okay.
Now, if you can, if their corpses are still there when you come back, you could loot their equipment. I mean, give them proper burials and.
I'm telling you right now, Spoony, if we come back later and there's an army of those things eating them,
I'm mad.
I'm getting error messages, so I'm going to restart map tools.
Here.
Well, I think at this point we should probably take an intermission. If you guys want to roll up new characters, I'm assuming the rest of you will retreat back to Oleg's to recover.
Probably. You gotta round back at the very least. Let's see here.
Damn it.
Yeah, it just happens. All right.
No, just to roll, but I have to go through all of this again.
Well, again, I have ways of expediting the process, so...
Yeah.
I'm debating going with Bard, but that would still require that we have... I could go with either a Bard or a Rogue. Oh, actually, wait. What does Archaeologist get? I don't think they get trap finding the way that a Rogue gets.
Well, I'm planning on picking up a level of Bard, just so I can get access to some of the knowledge skills and such.
Yeah, the only way, basically, there's only a few ways to get trap finding in the party.
You
and
could double as Wizard Liz. They get knowledge all the time. And you get 2 classes of spells.
But as a Bard, I'd be able to heal.
Yes.
And there's more of a variety of skills available as Bards anyway.
And the fun part is that any spells that she knows that happen to be Bard spells, she can cast while wearing light armor without spell failure.
Exactly. It's been more of a beneficial to do Bard. I looked into it. I'm sorry, guys.
It's not your fault. It happens.
Again, I can
the way-
list off. There's the problems that occurred include 1, not being aware of what type of damage would work well. 2, unfortunately, cold guy walking away from the party to make himself exposed.
Yeah, I was like leading the party night. Yeah.
Okay, I've seen this happen. Okay, honestly, seriously, I know this probably won't make it feel much better, but I'm trying. I have seen this happen to a much higher level party when they got, I wasn't running it, but they got jumped by skeletons, which were like level 1 monsters. They had like no more than 5-6 hit points. But this was like a level 4 or 5 party. So there were like, I think the DM threw like 20 of them at us. You know, we were kind of in a graveyard, and the thriller night started happening, and skeletons started coming out of the woodwork. And we got slaughtered because not a single one of them, except the wizard and me, carried a bludgeoning weapon. And bludgeoning weapons are the only things that hurt skeletons.
Yeah, exactly. That's one of those things where like these were zombies, so only slashing damage would hurt them.
Yeah.
Which is why I ultimately had to switch. That's why I realized that as soon as I realized my gun did nothing, but Carmelo's bite did, I'm like, oh, that's right, slashing damage. So I ultimately switched down to my dagger, and I had to use that.
And honestly, the wizard didn't even last long because he got wiped out really early on. He only had like, I think like 16 hit points, and he got carved up. So like nobody else, even the fighter who was like basically just doing damage with like raw muscle, he had like +4 damage, and that was the only way he was doing any damage.
Okay,
And he was doing it like 2-3 points at a pop.
Let's see here. Let's see here. For every time.
So I have seen this happen, not with zombies, but I've seen this happen with skeletons before, and they felt probably more stupid than you do now.
Yeah. Okay. There's 2 ways I could go. Actually, Liz, I might try recreating Garrett. There's 3 ways I could go with him. I could go with him as regular bard. I could go with him by taking a cut in knowledge skills and skill of functionality to make him an arcane duelist. Or I can make him go heavier focus on the skill side to make him an archivist. All kind of depends. I'm fine with any of those 3 angles. I'm just thinking which archetype I would want to go with for him.
Well,
and the big thing to remember for people who for those playing for the first time, level 1 is the most lethal level in either AD&D or 3rd edition. So it happens. No, I don't think he'll.
Oh God.
I don't think he'll have the Scorpion's Queen scars and such. So skills are important in Kingmaker. See, that's why I was thinking making him an archivist. He basically loses some of the stuff like Inspire Courage, but
now and again, this is why over the years of experience, I have learned several lessons to the point where my character can sometimes be a bit of a pack rat, like no matter what my character is, because I will always carry at least 1 bludgeoning weapon and at least 1 slashing weapon of some variety. And
I'm glad. To be honest, I'm glad I at least had a little bit of foresight to have Gustav with a dagger because it did help out. It's just that he got hit in that last bit and he couldn't recover from the fortitude. So
So like seriously, a bludgeoning weapon is not hard. A club is essentially free.
Yeah.
So you can I call it a truncheon or something like that. I just have a stiff piece of wood in my bag if I need it. And also, I've seen people who won't leave first level without a silvered weapon and a weapon made of cold iron, because there's some creatures that can only be killed by cold iron and some by silver weapons.
Yeah. One of the fun things about Archivist is that he loses the versatile performance functionality, but at level 2 he could take 20 on 1 knowledge check once per day. And then once for 6 levels beyond. So you just like what do you know about this? Yeah. Sure, I know this. It's amazing. But
cold iron's not that hard to find. It's just not cold iron is not a very good weapon. It's kind of soft and fragile, so you don't want to use a cold iron as your base weapon. But if you ever run into something that needs cold iron to be hurt, you're glad you have it. But it's that's one of those things where like you're essentially Van Helsing if you have one.
Thinking, what, 18 charisma, 12 intelligence, 11 con, 12 dex, 12 strength, 8 wisdom. Good work. Good work.
I know this is not very interesting to look at, chat room. I would actually transfer over if I could find a way to stream what their character generation, because that's what if you're just joining us, that's what we're doing now. Is we've lost a couple characters, and they're rolling up new ones because we really cannot continue.
I am sprinting as fast as I can.
No, don't hurry. I don't want you to make mistakes. I want you to be happy with the character you're rolling, and this happens. So don't feel stupid. People make mistakes. I make mistakes. Trust me.
Alright.
I blame Zoidberg. This is all his fault.
Always
Again, seriously, Liz. Even if you'd had your spell work, you'd have gotten one, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
So...
Poor Grandbeard.
Or Grandbeard.
You knew too well.
I can pick up killer wounds, and...
Not Grandbeard!
He now drinks beer in the mead halls of his ancestors.
Exactly. I did praise Clayton Callan, so I'll be joining him, getting passed out drunk.
And still nobody understands him.
If I have to change...
Ooh, this is the fun bard one. Timely Inspiration. Cast a spell when a creature fails an attack roll or a skill check. The target gets a +1 competence bonus per 5 caster levels on the attack roll or skill check retroactively.
Yeah, you guys died in battle. You died like men.
Oh yeah.
There's few more glorious ways to go out.
See,
I lost a childhood friend.
Now here's the thing. Now of all the people in the party, of all the people in the party, the person that the horse would most likely be okay riding it around and such would be Carmelo. And it's a good thing Carmelo's still around because Irwin can have his alchemy stuff stored on the horse. So, for all sakes and purposes, Carmelo's your horse now, though you're going to have to spend a little time getting used to bossing it around.
So
Jared, that's not cool. Everyone make a new character just in case.
Yeah. So that's a slight metagame thing here. Are you going to introduce new characters right away, or are you going to have them do a couple things first?
We're going to have you
at Oleg's.
I'm going to have you retreat back to Oleg's, and you're essentially going to be a new group of people sent to reinforce the old group.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Just in time, you know.
Our old friends were too squishy. We need new friends.
Oh, okay, so if that's the case, you're going to have us retreat, then I am going to skip that bit.
We need axes, Oleg. We need big axes.
I'm thinking a half-elf, half-orc barbarian would work. Because that's going to take care of traps.
Yeah, well, I mean, because it will take care of traps?
Yep, it does take care of traps. I checked it.
Oh, you get trap finding or trap?
Yeah, I get +2.
Okay. Besides, we got ways of disabling, like with enough arcane people, we can do disable magic stuff with other means too. So that's always an option.
How's Extreme Rules going, Sean?
They were chanting Goldberg at Ryback for some reason. That's about as good as it's got.
What kills me is Ryback has a match on Extreme Rules. They never announced this.
Yeah, and it was against two indie dudes.
They have a jobber squash on Extreme Rules.
Yep, from people you've never heard of.
Why would you do that?
Kane Orton sucked. Daniel Bryan, Sheamus was okay.
Why would you have a jobber squash on Extreme? Oh, fuck it.
Because they don't have good matches to put on.
All right, so let's see. Liz? Garrett has ranks in Knowledge Arcana, Dungeoneering, History, Nature, and Religion.
Okay. The ones I'm thinking of is I'm trying to play her more as kind of a researcher / mortician. So I'll probably pick up ranks in Arcana, Nature, the Planes, and Religion.
Sygus, dude, There's no moles in Pathfinder. Shut up.
Let me see here. I'm thinking. So as a half elf,
there's this guy in the chat room saying you should be a mole, and he won't shut the fuck up about it. And what a mole is in Dark Sun. It's a Dark Sun character race. They just don't exist anywhere else, dude.
I'm going to knowledge arcana for skill focus or knowledge history for skill focus.
Cygus, no moles. Shut the fuck up.
I'm gonna go with spellcraft might be good. Maybe.
What kind of noise was that?
I swear to God, Cygus, you keep pushing my buttons, I'm going to nail your dick to the wall.
He'll do it. I've seen him do it. See, there's this guy at Magfest. He wouldn't shut the fuck up, and so Spoony pushed him down a flight of stairs, ripped down his pants, and then nailed his dick to a wall.
Ooh.
It's on YouTube. I've seen it.
So,
yeah, and don't tempt me, man. I've been doing max damage all fucking night.
Yeah.
Just send out a zombie voice.
He killed 2 people in a party of zombies.
Made an all-out slaughter, man.
Connery wasn't among
This
them.
was my way of saying to the party, you need a cleric.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go as fast as I can.
Don't rush.
Cleric.
Ooh, an oracle would be awesome. I want to play an oracle. If anyone ever DMs, I want to do that. Oracles are such a cool class.
Bring back Lelea.
Lolita, right?
Lolita from Death Clock.
Play Death Clock.
I would play a cleric, seriously, in 3rd edition
They're pretty intense.
3rd and 3.5, clerics are amazing.
Yeah, they are.
Especially Forgotten Realms. If you're playing Forgotten Realms, clerics are they are far past broken.
Yes, they are.
Clerics are sick. They're great fighters. They have good hit points. They can wear any kind of armor, and they get spells out the ass. They're amazing in 3rd.
We should do a counter monkey because I actually had a cleric of Lathander that I really liked for a while.
Hell, clerics were broken in 2nd edition AD&D. When Forgotten Realms introduced the specialty priest, they were fucking broken as hell. I played they're not always the healer. I mean, I could heal. I played for 2 years on a play-by-post game. I played a cleric of I can't remember the name of the god now. 2 years I played this fucker. No, I played a chaotic neutral, basically a god, cleric of Crom. It wasn't Crom, but it was like a berserker god. So I was essentially like the battle rager. It was a Kingdoms of Kalamar game, and the god was the battle rager. So I essentially played like a war priest. And so my cleric domain basically gave me the ability to barbarian rage as a fucking cleric. So you had this dude in full plate barbarian raging. It was fucking awesome. And so I had my domain power was Chaos Reigns, which allowed me to cast confusion on any intelligent enemy, and they didn't get a save. That's nuts. No, it wasn't my domain spell. It was a domain power. I had to spend a turning attempt. To do Chaos Reigns.
Sketch, do you have your lab up?
Yeah, I do. I'm basically talking about 1 or 2 little things here where I could also respec Garrett as a cleric of the knowledge and something else domains.
So yeah.
Make him a cleric of Calistria. Make him a slut.
I'm not gonna make him a slut.
What eventually my character started doing was
I'm not gonna say that he's easily suggestible. I'm just saying that he's not gonna be blatantly a slut.
What my cleric could eventually do was his other domain was I think either weapons or metal. what I would do is I could basically buff anyone at will and make their weapons like +2 or +3 weapons. And so before any fight, if we knew we were going into a fight, I would fucking buff everyone's weapon to be like a +2 magic shit. I could give there was this thing where I could like cut my own hand and spread the blood on a weapon, and it would like increase the crit level and shit. It was fucking amazing. I was a beast. Anyway, I'm done. But yeah, I almost never healed anybody. Like, I mean, if they asked nicely, I would heal them, sure. But I was human. Let's
see here, I'm looking at just kind of the options here for the domain, because there's a lot of good domain options that can really modify kind of the flavor of the cleric. Because you got, of course, healing domain, you got knowledge domain, you got the luck domain. So we'll check what the knowledge domains have.
And yeah, I that was actually the one and only time I played a chaotic neutral. And the thing is, my character was always a good guy. It was just that he was my justification for being chaotic neutral was he was driven to revenge because his wife and child were killed and made an example of by another clan leader because he was about to become chieftain. And so that was his, like I said, he changed his alignment to chaotic neutral because he doesn't give a shit about anything but getting revenge on this guy. So he would literally do anything to get revenge on this dude. And so that was why his alignment was CN. But he didn't murder anybody who didn't have it coming. Like he didn't go crazy in like taverns and start shit. So he wasn't in it for money. He was just like his one and only priority in anything was, where's the motherfucker who killed my wife and child? And so that was his only thing. So and his goal was to die in battle. So he was either going to kill this guy or die trying. So that was why he was chaotic neutral. It was really cool.
Okay, I'm just trying to pierce out some weapons right now.
Mm-hmm.
For
I see what you did there.
like.
It's kind of, the tricky part is just the tricky part, I guess, for me is just the trying to think. So the ability scores, focus, of course, is wisdom. How important is getting a decent strength on a cleric? You would say, Noah?
Very, because
Okay.
I would say it's probably
Wisdom, strength, constitution.
I would say it's either second and third priority behind Constitution.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking about doing 16 wisdom, 13 strength, 13 constitution, 14 strength, 12 charisma, and then maybe take his intelligence down.
Where charisma comes into it is you'd want a high charisma if you plan on being very good at turning undead or something like that, because charisma plays into that.
Just channeling energy is what that would be. That can be done. That's for the DC saves, but the number, it's channel energy number times equal to 3 plus charisma modifier.
I'll put it this way: if you're planning on being frontline at all, you'll want strength.
Yeah.
Dex is your dump stat essentially. I would keep Dex at 10.
Yeah, and then intelligence. I don't necessarily want to drop intelligence down because I'm going to make him knowledge domain as one of his domains.
Yeah, I'd say Dex and intelligence are your dump stats if you're gonna drop anything.
Yeah. Let's take a look here. There's a lot. Again, the main thing that makes me want to try a cleric out for the first time ever is just the domain options and just how much you can make things happen in there. So, like, there's the. I'm trying to think. I think I'm just go flat knowledge domain. Are there any other domains that you can think of that are particularly neat for this sort of setup here? Let's see here. Luck domain could be cute.
Well, you're rolling a cleric now?
Yes.
I thought you wanted to be a bard.
But we honestly need a cleric more than we need a bard. We already have a charisma-based spellcaster.
Well,
we have a.
I don't know the domains in this game, in this particular version. I was mainly stuck on Calamar, so I don't know what the domains are like here. The Sun domain, if you want to be any good at undead, the Sun domain is like the one you want.
Well, give me a few levels and I should be able to do undead pacification.
I'm looking for ones that are more essentially knowledge.
What's your alignment? Because that'll dictate a lot what you want to do.
It's probably going to be either neutral or neutral good, so. I'm looking for essentially things that are knowledge domain at least is one of them.
Okay, for knowledge, I would go...
Nephthys would be one.
Rune. Rune would be interesting. Runes would be, you essentially set traps, like you set a square with a blast rune and they step on it and they die. Nobility. Magic, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Be right back.
So did I miss anything fun?
No, we're just rolling through characters for Cold Guy and Sketch.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, for me, it's like a matter of I was gonna do a bard, but unfortunately I can't justify making a bard for the party.
For neutral luck, maybe. Let's see. Artifice. I don't know if Artifice... I think Artifice is a dwarven god, Torag. And also, there you might check... you're probably looking at the SRD online. If you look in Ultimate Magic, there might be more domains there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just poke through and see what appeals to you.
Sure. Knowledge flat out is pretty tempting. Just the way that it kind of behaves. And let's see here.
Someone in the chat room says the travel domain is amazing.
Would make sense. Travel domain.
And
There's
actually,
exploration.
gods of travel are often neutral.
Yeah. Wow. Like basically at first level. First of all, I increase my base speed by 10. As a free action, as many times as 3 plus my wisdom modifier, I can increase my mobility for 1 round where I ignore difficult terrain and do not take any penalties from moving through it. That's cute. That's what exploration does.
No, the gods of travel are not boring. They're gods of good fortune and protection of travelers. So if you're a cleric of the god of travel, you would safeguard those who are on their way on pilgrimages and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Angel fee. There's other one. This is a trade domain. Whenever you make a bluff, diplomacy, sense motive check, you can, as a free action, grant yourself a bonus on the roll equal to your cleric modifier, your cleric level. So it's like, it's kind of neat. I probably would just do knowledge and travel then.
No, Tandem the Spoony became he became a demigod of. He was Heward's demigod, and Heward was a god of travelers and music. So he was essentially a god of goodness and travel and music. So he was essentially like a poetic muse. And then he got kicked off Olympus. All the way off Olympus.
Nick the Hooded, NG the Hooded, exploration, knowledge, magic, seasons, thought, trade, travel, and weather. It sounds like he would be that. So he would be neutral and cleric 2 domains, knowledge and travel. Optional variant channeling, which gets crazy stuff in there.
Oh, I remember. He was a demigod of travelers and romance. So he was the god of romantic quests. But yeah, he got kicked.
Let's see here.
The car radio domain.
And I can pick a domain spell. I can pick either... See, like, the thing about it was kind of cool is I can pick one of 2 different domain spells once per day. It's kind of cute. And then for my spells, Cure Light Wounds will be one I add. And then my other one I can pick out would be...
But if you're taking a neutral cleric, are you going to go with cures or inflicts?
I'm going to go with cures.
Ooh. No, you can't pick one of each. You have to go one or the other. You could. Well, the thing is, you can memorize cures, but you can spontaneously cast inflicts. That's the deal. Even a good aligned cleric can memorize inflicts, and then trade them off for cures. You can get a feat to do both. Didn't know that. But I would do that as a cleric a lot, especially with my Berserker cleric. I would memorize inflicts, which is actually really sick. When you start getting the high level inflicts, you get like it's just a ranged touch attack to immediately do 3d8. Like I would get like inflict moderates, which is like just an instant 3d8 plus like 5 damage. It's sick.
Stabilize as a spell would be useful to have.
I do not allow doppelgangers because I wasn't aware that was a starting race.
Doppelganger?
He might be thinking of 4th edition, because 4th edition has a bunch of weird starting races.
No, it is chameleon, but doppelganger is a 3rd edition race.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it is.
4th edition started getting really ridiculous fast with the races when you could pick a vampire and shit.
Well, vampire isn't a race, though.
It is. It is in the...
No, it's not. It is a class.
No, it is a race and a class.
There are undead things, but there's no specific vampire race. There are undead races, but there's no specific race that's just flat out vampire.
Somebody's going to back me up in the chat room because I know I've seen it. Somebody made a what is it, Verloka? It's a vampire.
Verloka, yeah, they're essentially vampires, but I mean it's not like vampire. They don't mechanically say vampires, but
yeah, yes, chat room. Essentially, you could make a vampire.
The best part is to make a Revenant Warforged vampire. You make an undead Warforged.
That's when people started thinking 4th edition was kind of stupid, when they made vampire a race and a class.
Yeah, I'm trying to wrap my stuff up real fast.
I
here.
didn't know they were Dampiers are a Pathfinder race. I didn't see those. It might be. Is it in the bestiary? Dampiers. It's in the bestiary. Okay.
Yeah,
it's in a splat book. All right. Bestiary 2.
Man, the only thing I don't like about being a cleric is just how few skills I can have.
Yeah, that's why you'd want to have a.
Well, remember you get spells and you get your domain spells. So you get.
Well, no, I'm talking about skills, as in skills.
Skills. I think it's spells. No, you can always multi-class once or twice.
Possibly. I get a favorite class cleric and bard and be an archivist, archivist knowledge and travel domain cleric, which can work. The only problem is that I would need to have slightly better.
Alright. I'm going to do the lazy thing and try to tie this character into my old character, so if we actually do stumble upon this, the story get interesting.
I mean, are you assuming that the party won't mention that people died?
Mm-hmm. No, it's something else. This is something I already planned in the other character's backstory that I can bring up again if need be. So if we do happen to have it, I have the whole back spiel that I can go into. Alright, so I think I got my armor, got my weapons, got my alignment, god, class, trade. Am I missing anything? I don't think I am.
got milk. Sorry, I said that.
I knew you were going to say that, too. That's the sad part. And the answer
skill
is
focus heal. Oh, look at this. My heal has a +10 on it.
You're going to take skill focus as your feat?
That's because I'm a half elf. I always have skill focus as a feat at level 1.
Oh. Oh, another thing you can do, Skitch, is with your traits, talents, what is it, the
Yeah.
traits, most of those actually give you another class skill.
Oh, I know. I mean, all knowledge skills are class skills. I just have 3 skill points. That's the problem.
Oh, it's the skill points.
Yes, it's the lack of, like, basically when I was doing my bard build, I had 8 skill points. With this, I have 3. So basically, it's like either I'm not as effective as a healer, but better skill usage, or I become a better healer and cripple my skill usage.
Yeah, you're like me. You like to play skilled characters.
Exactly. So that's why I'm kind of split between the two. Honestly, I probably would have more fun playing as Garrett, but I'm just nervous about just not.
Dude, play what you want, man.
Yeah, it's just kind of the tricky thing there.
You just don't sound like you want to play a cleric. I'm not going to make you play a cleric. If you don't
Keep
want
in mind that, assuming no problems with Mars Girl, she'll get lay on hands at second
We'll get
level.
lay on hands.
When I get to second level, I'll pick up a level of Bard, so I can cast Cure Light Wounds as well.
So we'll have a lot of healing. We just won't have the traditional other sort of tropes that a cleric will have.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, when Erwin gets on his feet,
And when Warren gets level 2, all of his cure spells are infusion, so he can hand them off to people, and people can just use them.
Yeah.
So we will have a lot of healing spread amongst us.
and besides, a bard can heal. So
Yes, he can. And this will cover a lot of the knowledge fatigue in the party. That's really the big thing that this will help cover, because I have knowledge training, and I have 5 knowledge skills.
is Paul guy rolling up a barbarian?
Yes.
Yep, half-orc barbarian. I got my weapons, I got my armor. I just need the traits, and I think I'm good. How many class skills do I get for level 1?
Oh,
What do you mean class skills? I mean, how many skill
4
points do
plus
you get?
2.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have 4 plus...
4 plus intelligence.
Yeah, 4 plus intelligence, so it's be 4 plus 2, so you have 6.
Alright.
My character has training in use magic device, spellcraft, perception, knowledge, religion, nature, history, dungeoneering, arcana, and that's it. But
Okay. Trying to think what my dumb stuff's going to be.
Well, guys, I'm thinking that this is probably going to be the end of the session, even if you get your characters rolled up, because we
Sure.
only got like an hour left. So
Yeah.
if you guys want to go, that's cool. But I'll stick with you guys if you want to roll characters.
I can finish this guy off, and we can at least have them meet up with each other and do like introductions, because I have an introduction worked up for Garrett here.
Yeah, I just don't want to keep these guys around if they have stuff to do. I
Sure.
guess they're kind of sitting here twiddling their thumbs, and I don't want to.
No, I'm okay.
Keep them up there.
Yeah.
I'm
The
entertained.
one thing I will say is that the travel domain is ridiculous for clerics. Because damn, you get a +10 bonus to base speed. What?
So your base speed to be 40.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Well, barbarians get that.
Well, yeah, but it's just like you don't like. Do you get?
And with your cleric armor, your base speed is probably still going to be 30.
Sure, but
Because
that's
you're going to be wearing heavy armor.
right. If I was playing the cleric, I'm just finishing off the bard just because that's my second tier in this whole thing.
But even so, wearing heavy armor and going 30, that's freaky fast.
Yes, it is.
Clerics can't wear heavy armor. They can wear medium armor, but they can wear really heavy medium armor.
Yes, they can.
Alright.
Ooh! This is a fun trait. Sacred touch. I'll take that one.
Isn't that a Prince song?
Sacred touch. You automatically stabilize a creature by touching it.
Is it 0
You
level?
got the touch.
No, it's just a trait.
Oh. At the ET finger.
Yes.
There's a 0 level spell called
Stabilize.
Bleed.
There's
Bleed.
there's a 0 level spell called Bleed, and there's a 0 level spell called Stabilize, both of which kind of do the opposite of each other. One of the things Gustav could have done at level 3 is stabilize someone by shooting his gun and pressing the gun against the person's wound.
I'm sorry, guys. There's nothing interesting I can put on the screen.
Yeah, so yeah, sorry, it's how it goes. If you have questions, feel free to shoot.
Okay, Garrett's starting gold is 160. Fantastic.
Nice.
The people want to see you, Spoony.
Fine.
I'm not presentable right now. I'm nude.
Yes.
Always nice.
And also, Garrett's
Oh, really?
spread is
Yeah,
not that
yeah.
impressive. But he has 18 charisma, 12 intelligence, 12 dexterity, 12 strength, and 11 constitution.
You can put Sean's icon on.
I do not DM with pants on, okay? I just think I think better when I'm hanging free.
And as an archivist, you will eventually get to a point where basically all things are class skills. You might let's see here. Window do level of clear.
Did Liz say she was nude as well? What? Apparently that was asked in the chat.
Okay, so there's
I know. What?
Feats, sign of war.
Careful
then,
what you wish for.
Yeah, the answer is no.
That's why I have a DM screen so nobody sees what I'm wearing. You know,
Now, how tall's the DM screen? That's the real question.
I have it custom made. It's you know. Oh, I don't forget my pants. I just don't wear them.
Yeah, they're right over there. 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I am ready.
You're not
Hey,
ready
I'm
yet.
gonna
Do you have a slashing weapon?
I have a slashing, bludgeoning, and piercing weapon
There
separate.
you go.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing a great sword for mine.
Well, again, I have one of all three, and because I'm a bard, I can wear light armor and carry a shield without any arcane penalty.
Here's the trick, though. You need one hand free to cast spells.
Sure, I could sheath away the sword.
Yeah, but
And-
you have to do that, though. So
Sure.
that is the trick.
It's a move action, but still,
Now,
I can at
one
least keep
thing
my
you
defense.
can do is you can wear a buckler, which keeps your hand free.
Sure, and that is that's one of the options I'm looking at. I can wear wooden armor because that's a great idea.
There probably is a feat to cast stuff with hands, chat room, but largely it's called being a magus.
Magus, yes. Maggot.
Because Sean's the guy who does that.
What do I do?
You cast spells with stuff in your hands.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you totally took what I originally wanted to do, but that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know what you could do, Stitch. If you want to be an unconventional healer type, you could be an oracle.
That would be interesting, because that would create some interesting sort of circumstances. So let's see here. Equip, and then have his. Let's have him have his longsword equipped. His AC is 16. It's not bad. Then he needs to have. He of course needs an instrument.
We need to find a way to get Liz's AC up because it's 12.
Well, it's 11.
Oh.
When I get to be a bard, I can wear armor.
Yeah,
That's really what I'm holding out for.
that's really kind of the linchpin in this case here. It's just like,
You need to live to level 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah, level 1 as a sorcerer is rough, but once you get past it, it's not so bad.
Mm.
All right. So,
That's right. I need a performance in one of my things here. Oh, goodbye perception. Hello perform. Perform. String instruments. Close. Wata! +8. So yeah, all my skills have ranks in I have for either +7 or +8. Good at a lot of things. Actually, what's kind of cute is that you can an arcane duelist can technically cast spells using their sword. As if I believe it's because it counts as an arcane bond at a certain level, which is kind of cute. But yeah, Archivist has flavor that I prefer for if I'm gonna do a slight recreation of what Garrett was trying to be in Deathclaw, where he basically he doesn't do inspire courage. He identifies a creature with a knowledge check, and then he shares the information with allies, and they get a +1 insight bonus to AC and attack rolls. So basically, he's like, wait, I know what this is. I've seen this before.
Still no work from Mars Girl, huh?
I imagine her computer is pretty well toasted. I don't know what happened to it, but yeah.
Following her
There's no information about how much a loot costs, according to this. They don't have any information on costs.
I wonder if Dark Volt is in the chat. I wonder if he can draw our characters.
Chat room, I would allow psionics. I do have the book, but I don't think anyone else does.
Oh. Don't allow psionics.
Why, no, in psionics, they're pretty well balanced, I think, in Pathfinder. I haven't heard anything about it.
Alright, Sketch, good news. I think I got everything that I need.
Okay. Oh, there's musical instrument. I'm going to go...
Kazoo.
No, flute.
Nose flute.
Gut bucket.
Alright, so there we go.
Oreo that you just roll and it makes that weird sound.
Yeah. So let me just kind of point out here. The Garrett has the range of knowledge skills covered. He has spellcraft to use magic device to good effect, and he can play the lute fairly well. I think this party will be all right. Also, let's just see here. But this should be fairly easy to work with, just because the nice thing about
Oh, is it a third-party psionics book? I didn't know that. Okay.
yeah. The only problem is I can only cast 2. Well, actually, what's weird is bonus spells per day is kind of annoying. The nice thing, Liz, is I can cast No Direction, Light, Open, Close, and Spark as many times as I want without limits.
Yeah.
Which is kind of nice.
Your 0 level spells you can cast free, pretty much.
Yes, exactly. And Spark will be useful. Open, Close, sure. No Direction.
So Andrew, you're gonna draw our characters, huh?
Well, I drew mine.
I wouldn't get too attached to your characters.
Yeah, not at least not until you get to level 2.
Yeah, you see how fast they can be gone.
I'm kidding. I shouldn't joke.
But there we go. I think let's see here.
I gotta be honest, this was kind of depressing.
Yeah.
Honestly, first sessions can be that way.
Yeah. We almost lost Mars Girl on session number 1.
I don't care what happens, though. I'm keeping my character. I drew him, damn it.
Got a great looking
You just have the brother of the character. Identical twins.
No, fuck that. I'm keeping him.
He's better now.
That's the spirit, man. You got to stay alive.
Alright.
I want to roll a Dovahkiin.
I want to play the Warlock.
I want to be the
Want to play the Warlock.
Dovahkiin. I miss Darstein.
All right.
Born rogue.
Let me just see here. Okay, well, I got my character kind of worked out.
Stupid
you gotta
Sean. Darstein became the vessel for an undead lich, transferring her soul through an ancient spell book.
Silly
Doesn't mean I
Darstein.
can't miss her.
Only valid items to see here. Light armor.
Dead! Dead!
That I say.
That was an awesome adventure, though.
It was. Wait. Oh. That's cheaper, and it's actually better. Oh, fine. You're being sold back at full price. Okay. And...
I would like to play in a game, but yeah, nobody here really wants to DM, so I'll probably find a game on my own. Birdman still wants to run a Shadowrun game, although I don't know when he'll have time to do it. And it's been years since I played Shadowrun. Yeah, it was probably like 1998 since I played Shadowrun last.
All right. Well, okay, so that's taken care of. His AC is still 16, but what are you going to do? His hit points only 8.
So, basic gaming logic states that whatever is in this temple must be worth something because it was full of zombies, right? Right?
Yeah.
I actually do have the Dresden Files RPG.
Oh, it's horrible.
Is it bad?
Oh yeah, the rules are so fucked to shit.
Oh, because
None of it makes any sense.
it looked really well written. I was reading the fluff, like I was reading the introduction to it. It looked good. Damn it.
No, the rules are really bad.
Oh, that's a shame.
How did they screw that up?
My friend suggested that my character should develop a tire that he can put around himself to protect him.
What's big a tire?
Yeah.
That sounds a bit too tiring.
Get it.
Jared, I have played the Warhammer tabletop, but I played the last. I played like either the very first or the second edition. I know there's a new version, like a hardback. I got the one before that. And yeah, I played it. I actually got really lucky, and I rolled a Dwarven Troll Slayer, which is actually very hard to do randomly. Everyone else gets kind of a mundane job. But yeah, I got a Troll Slayer.
Well, at level 3, we're going to have another party member.
Yeah. Your sword.
Yeah.
To be an asshole. You just
He's
tell.
going to be... I know, he's going to be a dick.
Is it going to be like the whip from Captain N? Is like, I don't have to do anything.
Okay. Did you ever play Tales of Destiny?
No.
Oh, no.
Okay. That is what it's supposed to be like. Well, basically, the sword is cognizant. It has its own sort of goals and plans.
So it was like that orb thing from Highlander, the
Possibly.
cartoon. Talk to people.
I have seen
No, it's
Scion
the
play it. I have
Locknar.
not played it myself.
It's the Lochnar. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. Damn.
The Highlander cartoon? I do.
No, I'm talking about heavy metal now.
Oh, I've seen Heavy Metal. It's been years,
Yeah,
but I've
that
seen it.
glowing. It's the glowing orb.
Oh, the green thing, yeah.
Transfer my information over to my token.
Y'all have to do that.
There's Spirit. Yay!
What a terrible time for a Divas match.
Alright.
Again, no hard feeling. I honestly don't have any hard feelings. Just like, well, that
Yeah,
sucks.
it's just kind of the way it went. It's like,
Now you get Garrett with his smug face. The whole.
all right. So
he doesn't have the Scorpion Queen thing on him. He's a parallel dimension Garrett.
Yes, this is parallel dimension Garrett.
He's carefree without the taint of an evil god.
yes.
Yet.
We are in some sort of temple area that wouldn't take much to get it back again.
I like the chat comment. Ultimate Universe Garrett. Now the fun
Suddenly,
part.
the curse.
the fun part will be just again. I got to get all of his knowledge skills set up now. Because he has ranks in knowledge, arcana, dungeoneering, history, nature, nobles, and religion.
There's Garrett.
Yes.
How many?
The fun part with being an archivist is the fact that the main things happen with an archivist is they're relatively mundane. Basically, instead of emphasizing musicianship, he just basically gets much better at just knowledge and skill training. Because eventually, let's see here how let's see how this book this how it describes it.
Photon, are you serious? If a character died in your game, they got kicked out of the group?
Wow.
That's
Dude.
hard.
That's hard.
Yeah, basically, it's like, at level 2, Garrett can take 20 on a knowledge check once per day, plus once for every 6 levels beyond second. At second level, an archivist gives a bonus to spellcraft checks to identify magic items or decipher scrolls equal to half his bard level and may take 10 on spellcraft checks. And I can use disarm device to disarm magic traps as per a trap finding ability. It gets a +4 bonus on saves against magical traps. So I do get trap finding for magic traps as an archivist. And then at level 5, Jack of all trade enables, and then that gets fun. Because I can use any skill, even if the skill normally requires him to be trained. Which actually leads me to wonder, should I just take a rank in disable device? Do I do that instead
I can take disable device.
Question. Does someone have a good, actually, knowledge? Let's see. I'm trying to see if anyone has any good cover of either knowledge, dungeoneering, history, nature, or religion.
I have nature.
Okay. I could unload there, because you have like a pretty high knowledge nature, right?
Um,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Right, good disable device. Wow, why is this in -3? Oh, that's right, because I don't have any tools for it yet.
Yeah.
Thieves tools. Here we go. I forgot. Like that is actually just kind of a weird little trait of how. And then thieves tools, and then skills. Wow, that's right, because it's cross-class at the moment. I'll put a rank in it later on when I have a better. I'll have a better chance for. What I will do instead is put a rank in knowledge nobles and leave knowledge nature to you, so I get my nobles up to +9.
Hey, I noticed something. How come it says HP 9 on my character sheet, but it says 8 on...
Because the character sheet that you had wasn't up to date.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
then the hell with this then.
You know, like I'll help update you.
I've been
on that.
looking at it, and I was just thinking, like, there's something wrong here. It wouldn't have made a difference, though. This would have made me -3 instead of -4. I hate zombies.
Freak me out. All right, well, chat room, what did we learn today?
What did we learn today? Horses are amazing against zombies.
Yes.
Since they have a bullshit attack, they can attack all 3 types of damage, regardless. So if there's an undead, horse bites will always win.
Don't poke things with a stick. No. There's times when you want to poke things with a stick. That Spoony will kill you.
If
Yes.
the leader tells you not to do something, best be following his advice.
Bold guy passed the luck baton on to Spoony. Yes. Because I kicked your ass.
Yeah, you got a 17 and 18 and my 16 AC. I'm like, damn it!
Dress for harsh weather.
Yes, that's a good one too. That's a good one lesson. Dungeoneering. Okay, what is a stupid pun or joke I could say for dungeoneering?
I thought I saw that before.
Look out! It's the darkness. It's coming after us.
It's the trees.
The trees, man, the trees.
Fungineering. I don't see you with a degree in fungineering.
Always carry more grenades.
He had plenty of grenades. He had 5 more grenades. He had 4 more grenades.
He just got punched in the face by a zombie and dropped immediately.
I learned a lesson. I should just stay behind the horse.
The horse has the highest AC in the party. Don't forget that.
Say no to rapiers.
Well, no, rapiers are fine, except
not
When it
against
comes to
zombies.
zombies.
Save me, horse!
Save me, horse! Carmelo's still part of the party, damn it.
The horse was a total bro. He's like, I'll fucking save you. And he stomped their asses. Wait, didn't he bite one of the zombies?
Yes.
I think
It's not how
he just...
zombies work. They're dark magic, not infection.
Yeah, he's just like... He's just,
Chat room,
So-
you are partially correct in that zombies cannot move and attack in this. Can't take a move and a standard action in the same round, but they can charge. Okay, so I'll see you guys next week. Hopefully I haven't scared you off. But thanks guys for watching. I know this session was kind of aborted, but yeah, this stuff happens.
Yep.